Okay, class 5. So today we'll study your chapter 7, that is my family, and the first chapter of your unit 2, that is our family and needs. Okay, so you all know what is meant by family: a group of people who live together in a house, okay, bounded by blood, and it can be of it can either be small family, it can either be a joint family, right? And every family has some needs, right? So that's what we're going to study, and let's start. Relationship in families. We all are family members. Each family member has a relation with other member of the family. Yes, we are all connected. Like you have a father, you have a daughter, then your father's brother is your uncle, right? Your father's father is your grandfather. So there's a relation with each member in the family, right? Some of them live together and some live in different places, and there can be various reasons for that. All right, so they meet each other on certain occasions, obviously when there are some kind of weddings or festivals. So then we meet our family members, not every time but occasionally. And then there are even some relatives that we have never seen in our life, okay, and suddenly they appear and they're like, do you recognize me, Pehchana? Right, it must have happened with you all. It's quite common. So either they live at far off places, okay, or their new generation might not be knowing about them, okay. So try it yourself. With the help of your grandparents, find out the names of your all family members along with their ages. Make a family tree in your notebook, where whenever you come to know about a relative that is not included in the family tree, include him, her in the family tree. If you want, you can do it, but not in the EVS copy. You can do it in a rough copy first, and if it's completed, then you can do it in your EVS copy also. Family in transition. Family patterns are changing fast. People are moving out of traditional family system. Social and economic changes have a great impact on family structure. So obviously the patterns have changed, and they are still changing, and they will still change, okay. We are not living in the traditional system that our family used to have. Everything changes with time, right? So the social and economic changes have a great impact on the family structure. Like before, people used to live in one place. All the members of the family used to live in one place for generations, but now people shift from one place to another, and then some have transferable jobs, so they keep on shifting, right? A large number of people migrate to cities and towns in search of jobs. Yes, even for your higher educations, not only for jobs but also for your higher educations, you shift from one place to another, so their families also move. So with them, their families also move. Some people move to another country and settle there. Yes, some people also move to a different country and then they get settled there, in need of job, in need of money. Moving to another country is called immigration. You can see this is a picture of migration at the time of partition. At the time of partition of our country, a large number of people were forced to leave their native places. That was the largest migration in the history of our country. So when partition was done, India-Pakistan partition was done, a large number of people, they have to leave their native place. Native place is where you belong originally, from where you belong originally, okay. So they were forced to leave their native places, and that was the largest migration in the history of our country. All right, a person who migrates to another country for permanent residence is known as immigrant, okay. A person who has migrated to another country for permanent residence is called as immigrant. And people who have moved from one country to another face a lot of new problems. Yeah, that you have to gain the residency of there, and a lot of problems are there. All right, now displacement and demolition. What is displacement and demolition? Sometimes our government have big projects for the construction of a dam, a highway, or some other projects, and there is a need to acquire land. Understood? So they need land, and for that they demolish the buildings or whatever is at that land, present in that land. They demolish that. All right, so government offer them, and because of that, large number of people have to be moved from that place. So government offers them land in another part of the town, village, okay, or city, but it is a very tough task for them to settle again. The affected people along with their families have to face a number of problems. So you see how they are affected. They have to face social and economic challenges. The major social problem is that people are uprooted from their lands and homes where they lived for centuries. That's the major problem, because they lived there for a long time and then you just uproot them from there just because you have to uh, you have to do some government work. You cannot uproot them, right? So they offer them land and even sometimes money. This kind of transferring people to another place is called a displacement, and demolishing that place where they used to live is called demolition. Alright, so they may not be able to adjust the alternative arrangements. As a result, such affected persons have to migrate towards the cities. So sometimes they are not able to adjust in the arrangements that have been made for them, and in that way they have to migrate towards the cities and towns for some work. They have to live in shacks, okay, on the outskirts of the cities. So they do not have a proper house. They live on either, sometimes they even have to live on the footpaths, because they move to city where they have nothing. Okay, they have nothing there and they move to those cities, so they have to live on the road sometimes. Okay, and they even have the problem in getting the basic amenities such as water, power, or proper drainage system. All right, so such kind of settlements, it's called slums. You see, झोपड़पट्टी जिसको बोलते हैं हम, okay, that is slums. Large areas of slums can be seen in every big city. The largest slum in our country is in Mumbai, the Dharavi slum, if you all remember. Now, slums are unauthorized settlements. Okay, वो authorization नहीं होता है, that is unauthorized. Okay, they do not have the right. Sometimes government has to take strong actions and the native of slums have to leave that place. So sometimes the government takes very strong actions to remove them, because they acquired land which is not authorized to them, and those people have to leave their native place. So that is called demolition. Okay, this continuous process of transition has very adverse impact on the family life. Okay, it affects the relationships, family values, and aspirations within a family. So they have to keep moving from one place to another. So it will have a bad effect. It will have an adverse effect on the family, because it also affects the relationships between within a family, their family values, and then they have no dreams left. There's no aspirations left within them. You can see demolition of unauthorized colonies or slums. Changing scenario in a family. Before some decades, when your grandparents were your age, women were restricted into their houses. Yes, women were restricted. They were not allowed to study. They were restricted within the four walls of a house. Whole day they remained busy in household activities. They rarely went out. Today, many women are working in offices. Example you can see in your school also. Okay, working in offices, running businesses. They have to go out frequently. So this is how life has changed, right? Earlier, people did not encourage girls to go for higher studies. Yes, it was not allowed. They were married at an early age. Okay, they were taught household activities by their mothers, but now girls are encouraged to go for higher education. Today, girls are no way less progressive than boys. Very well, you all know that. There is practically no field where girls are not working. Yes, be it a pilot, be it a doctor, be it an engineer, be it a police person, be it any occupation, you will find girls in every field, and they are no way less progressive and more productive, I guess. Thus, with time, family structure has been continuously changing. You can see here working women in different fields. And reformation of family. People move out of a place and away from their families for various reasons. Young boys may go to some other city or country for higher education, as I told you. They have to leave their families. Okay, so they leave their families when they are going for just education, and then they return back, obviously. When a girl is married, she has to leave her parental home permanently and set up new home with a husband. So whenever a member of the house moves out, the household gets reformed. It takes a lot of courage to leave behind the place and people one has always known and start a new life. So it's very difficult, to start a new life. Like you have lived, like for a girl, you have lived at a place since birth, and now one day you are married and then you have to leave that place permanently and start a new life at a new place, okay, with a soulmate. So that is very difficult. And then even if you get settled in another country, when you get a job and then leaving your parents behind, that is also very difficult. So you can see that with time everything has changed. Before, these things were not much in trend, but now this is how life goes on. Okay, so that's it for this chapter. Now let us revise quickly. Each family has a relation with the other members of the family. Some family members live together and some live at far off places. Moving of a family to another country is called immigration. A person who migrates to another country for permanent residence is called as immigrant. When people are forced to transfer to another place on account of some development projects is known as displacement. Alright.